day YouTubers. It's Two-Wheel Rider here, out on the Enfield Hunter because it's sunny. Look at that sun, what do I say? That's incredible. So I thought I'd do a bit of a channel roundup and let you know what's coming up over the next few weeks. So first things first, really want to say a big thanks for all the comments you've had on the channel. It's been really positive, and there's always plenty of constructive stuff on there which we're trying to adjust. Still have issues around audio, and I know on the last video, the NX500, some people couldn't quite hear that, but I'm working on it, and I like to have the audio when I'm on the bike, because you get to say things on the hoof which are sort of in your mind straight away, rather than coming back to the studio to record. But where I have to, I will. So I'm still working on that, but you know, comments are not too bad now, so we must be getting it fairly right. So taking some of the bikes in turn then. So the Hunter, I know that has a really good following, and people like to see me doing stuff with the Hunter, and we got some stuff planned very soon. So I've got a tail tidy which I'm going to be fitting probably over the next week. That's now arrived from India, so that'll be going on. I'll put a picture of that up here. I'll also be doing some running repairs on the Hunter, so where I managed to drop it on its side, I'm going to be doing some repairs to the paint. That's only going to be things like on the panniers and the mirror and stuff, so there's nothing integral to worry about. And we also have the seat to do. So that seat, we're going to thin that seat down to make it easier for my partner to ride the bike when she wants. So keep tuned on that. And also, I'm going to do a little bit of a camping trip using the Hunter and see what minimal kit I can get away with, but to have still a sort of comfortable camping expedition on that without overloading it. So that should be good and worth watching for. But that'll be when it's a little bit warmer. Because by the time you watch this, I expect the rain has already come back. Next thing, really, NC750X had a really good response, and we still get a lot of views on that channel. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to do with the NC. It's going to have a new fork seal done, or a pair of fork seals done, because that's managed to blow one of those out completely now, which is a bit frustrating. So I'm going to get that done. I am thinking whether I change that bike. It served really well. I do have my advanced rider test to do with that bike, and I will probably continue to do that. So I won't part company with that bike until that's finished, but I've got to work out what I'm going to use for that. So yeah, keep peeled for that. If I do change it, it'll probably be a bike in a similar vein, but I may yet go down the Moto Guzzi VT85 or V85T, VT85, because that's a bike I'm really keen on. Or now, after riding the NX500, which some of you have seen, I was really keen on, may look at that, or its predecessor, the CB500 in its last guise that still has the twin rotors. But I think the updates to the NX might make me think that I'd go the other way, but we shall see on that, so keep look out for that. I've got some bikes which will be coming up for review. I'm still desperate to get hold of these two PSA Gold Stars, which one has the updated suspension on, and it'd be nice to see what the difference is. So I'm hoping to bring you that within the next month. That's the idea there. I've got the Series 1 Triumph Street Triple to do, which is a fabulous bike, in immaculate condition, so I'm hoping to do that as well over the next few weeks. What else have we got? So I've done a slight deal with a motorbike dealer, and we'll be taking some bikes out for review, and these won't necessarily be new bikes, they'll be bikes that people have. There'll be some Harleys there hopefully, and some of the earlier Hondas, things like the Pan-European and stuff, which I know people really like, and I think those will be interesting. And obviously we will have some new bikes to review, so I'm hoping to get a test ride on the GS 1300 So we'll see what that's like, and I'll give you my opinion on that. And maybe see if I can get a ride on the previous GS 1250 and see how they compare. So something like that sort of thing. Also, I'm going to do a piece on bike setup, and that will be for, you know, when you get a new bike, set it up for you, where you should position the levers and stuff like that, the gear stick and bits and pieces like that, which will just make the bike easier to handle and not so tiring. And I'm going to do that with Karen, my partner, and show how we set her bike up just to make it easier to ride. So we've got plenty of that sort of stuff coming up. So the next video coming up is Boldor motorcycles. So what I'm trying to do is get around a lot of the local motorbike dealers and just support them a little bit. I'm not sponsored by any of these people. They are just people that I've known, I've dealt with over the years, and have built a good relationship with. And it's just nice to support your local businesses. And the couple of shops that I'll be dealing with, Boldor and Billy's Motorcycles, so they're really good guys, and they're totally different in their approach to bikes. So Boldor is very much the classic restoration and mechanics of bikes, and Billy's are more sort of modern, and they've got a big workshop, and they'll do all sorts of bikes, but they retail bikes in there as well. So look out for those episodes. I'm also going to be putting links below the title. So the Boldor one is already on there. I'll be putting Billy's on there as well. So, but as I say, I'm not sponsored by those people, but I just want to support those local businesses. And anything anywhere else where I think might be worth a visit would be interesting. I've also got a project to do, which will be people and their bikes. So people who've got a very particular bike they might have had for a long time or a great passion for, and we'll add an episode on there. The first one I've got to do, or I'm going to do, is a friend of mine, Clive, and he's got the Suzuki GT750, one of the kettles. Now this bike has sat in his garden for a long time, but he's had that since new, and that's now getting ready for a restoration. So we're going to do a little episode on that, where people can see that bike before it goes off restoration. We may try and get an update as we go, and then look at it once it's restored, but that could be a really long-term project. But that'd be interesting to see. So we've got stuff like that coming up. In terms of new bikes coming then, so I am hatching a plan to get another bike for the channel, which might be a slightly longer term project. But if I do get that over the next week, I shall share that with you. I think that'd be a really interesting bike if the price doesn't go too high. So I'm looking at that because the bike is very near to me for being sold, and it's a bike I've really had my eye on because I like that style of bike. It's quite an early bike, and it's old enough to be tax and MOT free, which is even better. So those bits are coming up. This channel really is a long-term project, and this is not going to be 6 months in and I'll give up on it. This is something really going to be for a long future, and it's going to develop over time. It's still very new. We've only been going just over 2 months, but it's really going the way that I want it. So and also I welcome your comments. If there's stuff you think you might like to see, then put it in the comments. I check the comments every few days and just see what's on there to try and keep on top of it, but I do read all the comments and try and sort of make comments back when I can. So yeah, if there's stuff you want to try and see that might be a little bit sort of left wing, well, not left wing as in Labour Conservative, but a little bit off centre that with motorbiking, whether it's clothing and bits, because I have quite an interest in motorbike clothing, particularly sort of classic clothing. Tell us in the comments, but I'll leave it there. I think I've rabbled on enough for you, but thanks for watching the channel. Remember to subscribe, but there are some really good stuff coming up, and some really interesting bikes. We'll try and get 1 or 2 really good bike reviews out per month, and where I can get new bikes which are new to the market, which you might want to see, I'll be putting those on. So stick with it. So ride safe out there, good riding, and hopefully the good weather will continue to come into spring. Take care, and I'll speak to you soon.